Are we live?
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope we're live. We're cold, but
Okay, here's the thing. We've got the video and then a box for comments, so that's good.
Yeah, because people are going to be commenting. So I think, guys, we should be broadcasting live. It is 8 a.m. Arizona time on the 30th, January 30th, and this is our live training session. So I hope everybody is patient with us because this is the first time we're doing it with the iPhone. We've done it before, but it's been with a whole different system. So
this is new tech stuff.
Yeah, we're in brand new, uncharted territory here, so to speak. So please be patient with us. Vicky's doing, we've had a dry run the last few days, and Vicky's done an awesome job. So hopefully this will come through. So are people kind of chiming in?
Buddies are popping in.
All right. So I want to do kind of just a little introduction for you, for those of you that don't have any idea what this is. Dad and I, for years, have done YouTube videos teaching people how to route wood signs, carve wood signs. And I know there's a lot of people that are friends of mine on Facebook, family, some of my martial arts friends, some of my high school people. So for you guys, this may not be applicable for you. If you want to watch, great. That's great. We love it. But if you don't, just like the old days, you can turn the channel.
Change the channel.
Yeah, so, but that's what this is all about. This is going to be a demo where we're doing some actual demonstrations on, and it's geared toward our...
Training.
Yeah.
Training.
Yeah, geared toward our students that have watched our YouTube channel. And we just hit, this morning actually, we just hit 6,700 subscribers on our YouTube channel, which is incredible. Anyway, 1.3 million views. All right, so we are
1.3 million
views, yeah,
wow.
So far, and this will be one more. Anyway, all right, so I am going to get out of the way. That's kind of our intro, guys. I'm going to get out of the way. Dad's going to do his part, and then I'm going to come back in. By the way, I'm Eric, and that's Dave, in case you guys didn't know.
And be patient with Vicky, because this tripod thing's... Yeah.
Vicky's behind the camera, so... all right, Dad, you're up.
All right,
get out of the way.
Yeah, get out of here. Well, this particular session of training is going to be on this "Live to Ride" sign. Can you see that all right, Dave? And that's what my little part of this is going to be, and then Eric will come on later on and show you his part of it. So, to begin with, for this particular sign, we have a pattern. It's called a layout pattern, and I'll show it to you. It's two pieces. It's kind of like a little puzzle, but it fits on this board for the sign.
Up, Dave. Tilt it up. There we go.
Can you see that all right,
Oh,
babe?
yeah.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is we've had a lot of questions in the last year or so, and I've always answered them. We've had a lot of questions about this space in here where we have it, this "Live to Ride." You can see it on here. You have the wording in there, "Live to Ride." Well, the way we put that in and the way we've always done it is we've had these, I don't know if you can see, can you see these letters here, Vicki?
Yeah.
This is the way we've always done it. We've taken the letters and laid them in there individually so that when we do our layout, where's our ink? We do have some ink here. This is our layout ink. This is marsh. I'll show you a little bit more about that. So anyway, we've had questions as to why we don't incorporate these letters as part of this pattern so they don't have to be put in there individually. The main reason we don't is because there's a lot of people that want this sign with Robert in there, or they want, or Harold, or they want something other than "Live to Ride." And our 1-inch letters, or 1-inch layout letters, fit in there. So if we made this pattern with "Live to Ride" as part of it, then it wouldn't be applicable. You couldn't lay out some other name in there. Now, I was thinking the other day that we got that question quite a bit, so I thought, well, why don't I just make a pattern that will fit in there? So rather than take these letters individually and set them up in there, I went into the computer and I made a little prototype here, and I made it where it says "Live to Ride," and it fits in there, and it just saves all the time of putting those letters in there one at a time, and it's really fairly easy. And this is a brand new product. We've never made it before. In fact, I just did get it designed and made, and
Last night.
Last night, as
Yeah.
a matter of fact, I designed it, and then I took it to the laser and I cut it out of our same material that we make our layout letters out of. It's an 1/8" hardboard, and so it just sits right in there, and that's really all there is to it. And the whole sign can be laid out. Most of you who've done the signs and have seen our videos and stuff, you know pretty much what we're about to do
That's
here.
not quite centered in the
Not
box.
quite
there.
centered. Okay, my son tells me, dude, that one.
Sorry.
He's giving me hand signals.
At least it's not fingers.
And to the untrained eye, that might not be quite right. That's a standing joke with us. And I'm gonna stand up after I get this ink shook up a little bit. You can hear the marble rattling in there. I'm gonna stand up and spray this, if I can stand up. So this is the way we lay out a sign. For those of you who've never seen us lay out a sign, this is the way it's done. Now, when Eric lays out a sign, he'll use short bursts of ink.
Yes, I do.
When I lay out the sign, I try to keep the can spraying, but the main thing is don't spray too heavy. You don't need to have a puddle of ink on there.
Don't spray too heavy? Okay. All right.
And so,
I was about ready to pull that top off and you just pour it on there.
Oh,
yeah,
stop
shut
it.
up. So now I'll show you this sign after it's laid out. So now you can see how the layout works.
Very nice.
And then what you do after this is done, this will be dry in just a second. But after it's done, after this part of it is done, you very carefully have a ruler, and I don't have a pencil.
Somebody took your pencil.
Well, you always have a pencil in your
Yeah,
hat.
I know I usually have a pencil in my hat, but I got a different hat on.
Oh.
And then I just go make a line on the top
And why do you do that?
and on the bottom. Well, there's a couple of reasons. Number one reason is your peripheral vision will pick up this line when you're routing, which you'll be doing,
Yes.
so that you always know where your top and your bottom of your line are. And that's the main reason I draw that line. So there the sign is ready now to be carved. It's all laid out, everything is done, and that's what my Super Son Eric is gonna do. He's gonna come in and show you what it's like when you get this laid out to carve it into a sign. Now again, if we didn't have that "Live to Ride" in there, there could be a name.
Yeah, I just did a couple the other day that
Yeah, I
had
did a couple
names.
the other day that just had a name, and that's fine. But I made this little pattern to fit in there, so that if you wanted to "Live to Ride," you don't have to make individual letters and try to figure out the spacing and stuff. It's just it's kind of a neat little pattern. I'm gonna make enough of them that I can sell it. All what I'll do is we'll take a picture of it, put it on the website shopping cart within a day or two, and this will be the "Live to Ride" letter template. Now, if you want to give us a call and order one, if if you want to go on the website and look for it, it's a Live to Ride letter template. That's what you'll be looking for. And they'll sell for $10. It's just enough to pay us for doing them. We don't make anything on it, but it's going to make it a whole lot easier for you if you're making these Live to Ride signs. That little Live to Ride letter template will make it a lot easier for you to get that done. So that's about all I had to say. Eric is going to take over, and he's going to show you what routing this is all about, but I'll let him tell you about that. Anything I'm missing here, son, that
Nope.
I should...
That was good. That was perfect.
Okay.
Good job. I'll get in there and make some sawdust.
All right, well, we'll just change places now, and Eric
Okay.
will come in, and if there's anything I've forgotten, he'll remind me later.
And we're going to do a question and answers at the end, you guys.
Yeah, after he gets done, we'll be back over here and we'll do we'll answer questions.
All right. It's a little chilly out here in the
Yeah, it's
studio.
a little chilly.
So this is so now I'm going to come on, guys, and I've got to draw a couple more lines here so I can do that box at the top and the bottom. And again, this is when it's all done. That's what it's going to look like. And this is actually an order that I got from Terry Scholes, from one of our students. He wanted an example, I guess, done by me so he could see, have it to compare to when he starts making one. So what I have to do here is I have to draw those lines, because those are going to be continuous lines all the way through that box. So get those done, and then we'll get to carving. All right, so move this stuff out of the way. Get my router. So this is my router. For those of you that may not know what a router looks like, this is a little modified DWP 611 router, DeWalt. Let's see, I need that and that. Okay. Hey, Dad, do we have one of those rubber mats back there behind you on the shelf? That's one thing I kind of forgot.
No.
We don't?
No,
Do it.
I can go. Oh, well, yes, we do.
I was thinking we had one somewhere out here. So this is just a little rubber mat. And you guys, you know, there's many of you, most of you may have already seen me carve many signs. We've got over 300 videos on our YouTube channel now. So, but for those of you that don't, this is just a kind of a mat that keeps it from sliding around too
That's
much.
just a little drawer liner, really.
Yeah, it's just that you can buy it in the household unit. So, in case I don't know, Dad, did you mention the videos that are on our YouTube
No, I
channel?
didn't. I thought I'd let you do that.
So, video number 22 on our newsletter playlist shows actually laying these letters out, our old way of laying that Live to Ride out. And we have 7 videos that are dedicated that shows making this sign from start to finish. And that's 18 through 24 under the newsletters playlist, just so you guys know. All right, so let's get to making some noise here, making some sawdust. So I'm going to turn this around. Oh yeah, the bit. Gosh. So the bit that I'm using, I almost forgot. The bit that I'm using, I'm going to show it. This bit is the same that's in the router there. It's our profile bit. That's what I'm going to use. And I'm not going to have time to do this whole sign, but what I'm going to carve is the hardest part, which is the letters and the box. And any of you that have tried to carve this, you know that that is definitely the toughest part. Does that show up okay? Mm-hmm. Perfect. Excellent. Good job, camera woman. All right, so let's get to it. Now, for those of you that don't know, don't get shocked when I take my hat off. I know, it's shocking. It's probably glaring.
It is kind of bright.
Yeah. So, I should have put a buffer on my forehead so it wouldn't be so bright on y'all. All right, so I am going to set up my router. I'm going to turn it around here. And I'm going to set this at somewhere around 1/8 of an inch deep, but I'm not exactly sure. I have to do a test cut, and we will see. So I'm going to make some noise here. I moved it on you. I'm sorry, babe. Here we go. There's a switch there somewhere. That's just a little bit deep. How we doing on time, babe?
You're 18 and a half minutes.
Okay. I'm going to start carving that outside. No, it's the paper that's moving underneath that pad. I'll adjust for it. Okay. Trim that up a little bit.
You gonna take that paper off of there, son?
You know what? Actually, yes. Want to just pull out? That's a little better. Thank you, Dad. Alright, now I'm going to do the outside of that box.
Do you have some kind of a secret as to how you keep such a straight line?
Some kind of a secret?
Yeah. Something you can share with somebody who thinks that they can't keep a straight line like you do with a router.
Well, in this particular instance, it's fear that I'm going to screw up on live TV. Yes, I do. If you watch my hands, guys, and Vic, I don't know if you can do that. If you watch my hands, I have my finger kind of in contact with the board and the base at the same time.
That's the answer I was looking for.
I thought it might be.
I know a lot of people must think you're a cyborg because you look like that machine car.
Well,
It's really just practice.
it really is not hard to do, you guys. but it does take practice.
Oh, hold on. You have a thing here that says 4 minutes and 47 seconds till the end of the video.
Really?
Yeah. All right, so I think what we might have to do.
Really? It says 4
It
minutes?
said 4 minutes and 47 seconds till the end of the video. So I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
So we
Wow.
may have to re-log in.
We may have to, guys, we may have to log out because do we have questions that are coming in?
We've got comments, but
Okay,
I'm
so-
trying to.
Wow. Gosh, it said that Facebook Live would go 60 minutes.
Well-
Okay, so here's what we're going to do, guys. We're going to roll with it. Let's go ahead and
Well, here's the deal. If we lose connection, we will log back in and start from fresh.
Yeah.
It's going to be 2.
right.
So we will lose connection.
Okay, but it's not the battery on the phone. It's the actual.
4 minutes until the end.
Until-
It's giving me a timeline. Yeah. So you
Wow,
got
no kidding.
4 minutes.
All right, so so ask your questions, guys. Start if you've got some questions. I could go ahead and. What do you think? Should I go ahead and finish this up, or start taking questions
start
now?
taking questions.
All right.
I mean,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think
They
they've
basically
seen
know.
quite a bit of
Yeah,
what you're doing.
and that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to do the outside the box. That's definitely the hardest part of this whole sign, you guys, is the box and the little letters and trying to keep everything straight. That's definitely the hardest part. So, if you guys,
what was the width of the line outside the box?
the width of the line outside the box, the width, okay, okay. Who's that for?
whatever the depth of the cutter is.
It's about a 16th, the width of the line, and it's the same all the way around. And again, because this cutter is a V groove,
15 degrees.
the deeper that you go, the wider the line, and that's what I determine on the depth. I think it's around 1/8 of an inch, but that's all. It's more relative to the width of the line, and the width of the line is right about a 16th. Isn't that what I said? 16th?
Yeah.
It's about a 16th. So, okay. So when we lose connections, guys, we'll log off and then we'll come right back. So you guys will probably have to chime back in on another broadcast.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll kind of see how that goes. I think I've got plenty of. How's my battery looking in the phone? Or
It's
can
not
I?
showing me.
Yeah, I think the battery
Yeah,
is fine.
I think it's just the light. So
Okay, so where are we at? Like 2 minutes till it
yeah,
cuts us off.
pretty much.
All right, so then let's just go ahead. You guys come up with some questions for us, and we'll come back on and we'll broadcast for another 10 or 15 minutes.
How deep do you go?
I think it's about, we don't have our calipers out here, but I think it's right around 1/8 of an inch. But again, I go more by the width of how wide the line is rather than the depth. But I think this is our profile cutter, and I think it's right around 1/8 of an inch.
Is that board pine?
This is pine, yes. I forgot to say that. This board is pine, and it will have another little a little one down underneath it. I'm not going to have time to do that, but
Okay.
this will go down underneath it.
You
All right.
cut your sign templates with a bandsaw?
No,
No. with
No,
router.
It says, do you cut your sign templates with a bandsaw or something else I can't afford?
no. We cut this shape. We cut all of our shapes with a router. So if you have a router, you can afford it. We've got videos. We've got videos on that. So go on the newsletter playlist on our YouTube channel, which is here. Go on there. It's Old Day 100. Go on there and look for cutting out shapes. Something in the title that says cutting out shapes in the newsletters playlist. And Dad's done a bunch of videos on cutting shapes, and it shows you and everything. So keep those questions coming. I think we're going to get kicked off here, and then we'll come right back on.
Okay. Well, real quick,
Okay.
because of your shape, how do you position the eye hooks?
The eye hooks here will go like this, just like the finished sign. The eye hooks at the top, you probably can't see, but there's 2
10
holes
seconds,
right there.
9, 8.
And then the eye hooks here are down there. So
All right, maybe going off here.
I think we're maybe kicked off here. If we are, we'll come right back. We're still on?